everyone. This is another interview video. This week is a little different. You've seen this before, but it's been a while. So, we've got two spirits in one. This doll is attached to this little stuffed dog with a leash. And that's because this doll actually does have their pet with them. Now, this pet is not a dog, it's not even a cat. It's a horse. This spirit has a horse. The horse's name is Chester, and the spirit's name is Carly. Now, Carly told me, before I started this interview, that Chester got his name because he is a chestnut stallion, and she was very young when they got Chester, and she couldn't pronounce chestnut. So when she was trying to say chestnut, she said Chester, and that is how Chester got his name. I got that right. That's how Chester got his name. So Chester is with Carly. They had a bond. Carly's showing me Chester in like the paddock, and when she would come up, when he would see her and she would come up to the fence, it was like a split rail fence. When she would come up to the fence, he would start like bucking, like kicking his legs up in joy, like running around and kicking his legs up in joy, and then he would come over and he would nuzzle with her, and Chester just adored Carly. Carly is actually physically disabled. She wasn't in a wheelchair, but she did have to walk with the canes on both of her arms. Was it club foot that you had? You had muscular dystrophy. Okay. So she had muscular dystrophy. And Chester was basically like a therapy horse for you. Okay. Is the muscular dystrophy the complications from it, is that how you ended up dying? Now, did you say you're 15 years old? She's 15. Carly's 15. And I got the feeling that she was young. Now, Chester outlived you. She said Chester outlived her by 3 years. She said that when she died, she went to the stables. And she was with Chester all the time. And she said she was with Chester when he died. Carly is saying that she has to go to a home where she and Chester can be together. They don't want to be apart. Do you want me to tell that story about Chester? She was just telling me how Chester was affected when she stopped coming around because she had died. And it wasn't until she started making herself felt that Chester started getting better, but he was never the same. Chester wouldn't let anyone else ride him. He didn't really come out of his stall. So is there anything that you want to talk about in your life? What would you like to talk about for your life? She says she loves music and art. She was... Oh, you wrote your own music. Oh, she used to write her own music. She plays violin. You can play the well, she played the organ. She had like the little keyboard. She plays that, so she could probably play piano, whatever, you know. But she had a little keyboard, and she played the keyboard. She loves the outdoors. Loves it. She just showed me that she would like lay on the grass, like in the field, and Chester would be like circling around her, like walking around her, and he would basically do this until she like called to him, and she kind of like went like this, and he would literally like get on the ground and kind of like roll like a dog, you know, like the back thing, just roll like a dog. And he would lay on his side and next to her, and she would put her arms, like she would come up and put her arms around him from the back. She's a very strong type of person. She never let anything hold her back. She loves to laugh. She loves a lot of comedies. She doesn't like to think about the dark part of life. She knows that there's ugliness in the world, but she's one of those silver lining people. One of those people that look at a bad situation and think, what can I do to turn this around? How can I make this better? She looks at things like a learning situation. She tries really hard, and she's human, but she tries really hard to be a good human. I mean, you know, like everybody, we have our bad days, we have our depression, we have, you know, our temper flares up. She does try to control it, though, in as much that she doesn't let people see the ugly side of her. And what she would do is she would wait till she was alone and find ways to vent it through her music, through her, she used to sketch, she used to draw, she used to vent that way. And it didn't, for her, it didn't feel as if it wasn't enough of a vent for her. It let her get her frustrations out, but it didn't make her feel like a false person. If you I understand what she's saying. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to like get to. It's like, you know, you have like, you see these people and you know their life seems all together and they seem very happy and they never seem to be upset about anything, but at home, I mean, maybe they're getting beat on by their husband, maybe, you know, their children treat them like trash, you know, maybe they cry themselves to sleep at night, but you never see that because you only see the happy side. And that means that it's a false front. They put on a false face to the world. And she wasn't like that. What you saw was what you got with her, because when she got home, it's like she didn't have a bad life at home. She had difficulties because she was ill. Her illness affected her in profound ways. But it wasn't detrimental to her mental well-being. She wasn't pampered. She wasn't coddled. She was treated just like anybody else was. And she dealt with the blows that life gave her with as much grace and good humor as any teenager could. There were times when she would cry and it would vent her frustration, but she was not a miserable person. Her sunny disposition was not a false front. She was a very happy girl. And Chester did help a lot with that. So basically what I'm trying to say is that she's not like a moody, temperamental teenager. She really is sunshine and rainbows. That is her personality. And when things are bad, like if you're having a really bad day, she will sit beside you and try to exude herself so that you know it's a temporary setback. She's there with you and she'll help you in whatever way you need her help. Yeah. And she says that she will help you. She, whether you're into witchcraft or, you know, whether you just need a spirit on your side to help you with favors, she said she will do that in exchange for you taking on both her and Chester. She said she will gladly help you in whatever way she can, as long as she and Chester can stay together and go to a good and safe home. That's what she said she would do. Now, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Anything about yourself? Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you wanted me to talk about with Chester? No? You're all good? Okay, so that is it with her and Chester. That's Carly and Chester. The doll, the jacket's not in great shape. It's flaking off. The boots are in, you know, kind of crappy shape. And there is a little stain on the dog. You can clean this off. You can put her in a new outfit. What you could do with this is you could just take a red magic marker and color this over, and then maybe paint the whole jacket in nail polish, clear nail polish that will keep this in. Same thing with the boots. Or again, you could, just change it out, just as long as, they stay together on this. So that is it for Carly and Chester. They are going to be on the witchery until for the next week, and then if she is not spoken for, she will go up on eBay. The cost of her will go up if she's on eBay, but she'll remain the same on the witchery. And there will be a link in the description box below to her listing on the witchery if you want to go straight to that. If it's not there, she's already taken. And again, if you are interested in Carly and Chester but don't have the entire payment right now, you want to reserve her, email me at salemwillow@yahoo.com. I can invoice you so you can make a partial payment and then make the rest of the payment, and then once the rest of the payment is made, then I can ship her out to you. But you can make a partial payment to reserve her. If you are interested, you just have to email me and I can send you an invoice through PayPal. So that is it for Carly, Chester, and myself. I am going to be trying to do more spirit videos. I have a lot more spirits that are waiting, and I might actually be clearing out some of my own inventory. But of course I would not without any spirits that want to leave. So that is it. Thank you again for watching. Thank you again for subscribing. Please share my videos if you can. The more the word gets out about my spirits, the more spirits I can home. And, you know, the more the Willow Light community can grow, the more people I can help understand about the paranormal and spirits. So if you could, please share this video, and if you haven't already, click on the notifications. And I will see you guys in the very next video. Thank you for watching.